This is where we're going to take a look at Michigan and some of their specials that they ran from this past year. You got your toss passes, you got flea flickers, you got reversers, fake reverses, all these different things. The more I look into Michigan's offense, the more versatile, fun it really is. Of course, they're downhill, they're power football, but then they also run a ton of reverses, get the ball in space, and do a really good job of scheming things up. But right here, first thing we're going to look at are the toss passes. And we're trying to make it look like truck, getting these guys out wide. The guy that releases is the widest guy in the bunch. He's a tight end right here. You can see with that toss, this safety, corner, these guys are firing down. You get over the top of them again. Edwards is the guy they like to use on these things. Pretty athletic. He can throw the ball. Flips it out there on the run. Big completion, explosive play, but let it have that thing maybe a little bit more in stride so he can go score for you. But again, letting those guys fire down. Big point in the game is the start of the fourth quarter here for Michigan. Creating an explosive play against the Buckeyes. And on this angle, you can really see how aggressive these secondary players are here for Ohio State. You see that toss, see the puller right there with the tackle, and lose sight of that tight end, outside receiver that's running the corner here. Easy throwing catch, big play. Really gutsy call there for Michigan, taking advantage of an aggressive defense. Michigan ran a ton of reverses this year. This is one of their favorite ways to do it here. They're actually reversing it to the bunch here from the single receiver. Trying to make it look like counter. Again, you got a puller here. Tight end that's pulling here as well. Then he works out. Everybody else is blocking down. These guys block down, and they release out here to the alley. Quarterback's action. He's faking across like he's going counter. Then spins back. Gets a toss to a speed guy. And right here on this one, you can see a little bit of penetration here from the defense. These guys trying to block down. They're getting penetration. Knocks off this puller that's trying to work back right here. Makes him go really deep. Throws off the timing. He needs to be a lot more aggressive to get going right there. This is actually the center that's getting out, backside guard getting out. This guy's getting in the way. He's almost getting pushed down. You got to get going, man. You got to get going vertical. Howard does a pretty good job of containing right here and gets it on the ground on this reverse. But you can see what they're going for right there against aggressive defense. Faking that counter. Getting into that single receiver. Letting everybody block down here on the edge. Get his center, guard, out releasing in front. Another look here, the same thing, this time going to the left. You got your puller here working across. You got your tight end fullback, then he's going to work back there. Faking that same counter track you would if you're running counter from under center. Open hand fake, tossing it right there to the receiver coming around from the single. Everybody's out here blocking. You see these receivers didn't really block down because these guys were blitzing. That's exactly what you want. You want those guys to be aggressive and be flat. And now we can get guys out in front into that alley. That's what they do right here. So this is actually the center. They got some depth on some penetration. He's getting out there in front, and there's the tight end. Those guys being aggressive, misdirection here, pretty good job blocking there on the edge. And they love to call these plays anywhere from about the 15 to the 40. And right here, this is that same area, creating explosive play, trying to get to the end zone. They get them on the ground inside the 5-yard line. So this is another look here at a bunch, and this time they're working downhill. They're going to fake inside zone. A lot of teams run this. Going to hand it right here, faking inside zone. He's going to slip, leading to the alley right there. So we're on this again, faking downhill inside zone, reverse to the widest guy. He's slipping to the outside. This D end squeezes. I think he sees this reverse, but really just the speed that they're playing at right there with full speed from a dead stop, not going to be able to run that down. There's your fullback working outside shoulder, trying to help us circle the defense. Just keep working your feet. Keep working outside. That's what they do right there. Wasn't able to get into the end zone right here, but on a 2nd and 4, misdirection, red zone goal line. And for some reason, he tries to jump over a guy, kicks it, basically just knees the guy in the face. But again, great design, easy call right there on that reverse. Another call here, a little bit different ball handling. This time they hand it to the running back. They're running power right here. As you can see, they're going to pull a guard, letting Donovan Edwards get around. And right here on this one, you can see they're releasing a lot of dudes out there in front, getting it to Edwards, getting wide. With McCarthy handing the ball off and not being the one that's handing it off, he's able to pin here. So that kind of helps his defensive lineman get pinned. Now they can circle. He should be working up, knowing that McCarthy's going to be there. And you can see they got a lot of big bodies out in front. Again, this is to one of their backs that was split out into that tray set. Not a huge play, but again, slowing teams down, misdirection, getting to your guy in space. Thought this was a really good design right here. This is the motion that Michigan really likes to run a ton. Bring a fullback or somebody in right here, run either inside zone, counter, or whatever it is. But on this one, now they're bringing him in, getting to that twins look, making it look like he's going to split zone. They're pulling guys, so trying to make it look like they're going counter because they're pulling their guard here. Now this receiver, he's just running, no motion or anything from him. Off the snap, downhill, faking it, reverse out, toss it to your speed guy again. Now, of course, this guy faked like he's going to cross. Now he's getting out to the alley. Everybody else down blocking and pinning. So right there, you got a big tight end. He's going to work right there. There's your fullback that's working out wide. And of course, these linemen are trying to start working out. Now, of course, some of this is jumbled up. But again, aggressive defense, chasing, flowing. And right here on this one, you can see this outside linebacker being pretty aggressive, just pinning that. That's what you're looking for right there. Anybody being aggressive, trying to run stuff down from the backside. Get that reverse. Pin everything. There's your fullback with the kick here. You got to pin there by the tight end. Again, this is one of those spots on the field where they love to call this. Right there on the edge of the red zone, about the 17, 18-yard line. Anytime you get about the 30 in, they like to call this trying to create an explosive play into the zone. Gets down to about the 3 or 4-yard line. Great call with that motion. Setting this thing up, letting those guys really aggressive into the box because they ran that motion a lot with their run game. So right there, really good call, really good design. Another good look here that I really liked off of Michigan's offense. They're motioning this guy in, all the way across, faking downhill. And their play action right here with the downhill and the reverse. So as you're looking at it, everybody's getting downhill. A lot of guys protecting here. Should have a 6-man pro, also faking reverse. You're going post here by the single receiver, and this fullback leaks out trying to go wheel. So really on that reverse, I think you're hoping that these guys sit, lose sight of this fullback, get him down the sideline. Indiana does a pretty good job sitting back, playing over the top of it. And again, this is the spot where they love to call that reverse. Anywhere from about the 15-35, trying to run those reverses. So right here, faking downhill, fake the reverse. They're trying to go post, hoping that this guy gets lost. Find that fullback down the sideline, do a good job covering it. So McCarthy has to step up, try to run right here. This really gets back to the line of scrimmage right here on this one. But you can see what they're trying to do with that shot play. This is a great look, great design here. And of course, they ran reverses so much. Donovan Edwards out here wide, so that kind of tips the defense off that there might be a chance for a reverse. So I hand it off here to the back. He tosses it right there to Donovan Edwards. He flips it back to McCarthy. And right here, the guy that releases that they're looking for is this tight end right here. So you got a blitz here from the edge. Picks it up here with the tight end. Once the running back tosses it there, Donovan Edwards now he's into the protection because he knows that this guy's leaving. He slips after blocking for just a little bit. McCarthy, I think he's looking post. Right here, you got a post working across. He's probably clearing everything out. Then you've got this delay for if that corner chases right there. So it looks like he's looking post, trying to go home run. Now he's checking that thing down to a wide open tight end right here. Corner and ran off. Guy that would have been trying to guard him is probably this defender here, who ends up getting in, trying to work that reverse. Easy throw and catch right here. Explosive play. Again, right there on the fringe of the red zone. They love to call their specials. 37-yard line here or so. And again, creating an explosive play, trying to get down to the red zone. Here's a pretty good look on a flea flicker here. Unbalanced, as you got tight end here, is covered up. They're handing the ball downhill. They're trying to get this fullback to pop here. Then I think one of these receivers runs a basic back into the middle of the field, really deep. But right here, as you see, fullback's going vertical, and he's just slipping those linebackers, trying to make it look like ISO. Not just a great fake here by the running back. He just gets the ball and turns around and flips it. He's got to get his eyes back around for protection. Really, McCarthy's got all day. This pop doesn't work out because this corner played over the top of it. Since there's no receiver over here, he's able to just sit back in that zone. And when he sits back, now McCarthy, he's sitting back here, got all day, waits around, drinks a cup of coffee, and finds a dig in the middle of the field. There's your fullback going vertical. There's your dig. That's a deep one, right? So about 20 yards deep. Rips this thing to him. Still pretty tight coverage, even though it was a flea flicker doing all that crazy stuff. Throwing a dig to the middle of the field. Easy completion there. Probably with that play action, hand the ball off. Got those linebackers to step up a little bit so they could create that big play. Another look here, this time against Alabama to the bunch. It's that toss where he's getting downhill. And this one really doesn't work out for him. But it's a lot of ball handling right here. And, of course, Alabama's pretty aggressive. Linebackers, it looks like he's blitzing into this gap. Nobody's there to clean it up until the running back gets his eyes back around. So right there, the running back, when he catches it, flips it back a little bit early because he knows that he's got this protection that's blitzing, so he's got to pick this up. So he's a little bit antsy, flips it back a little bit low, a little bit early. McCarthy just has to fall on it right here. Of course, this is in the fourth quarter, right where they like to call these specials. So again, right around the 30-yard line, calling a flea flicker, trying to create an explosive play. Looks like to me that they're releasing this guy, probably going to cross, some deep crosses right here so they can get a two-man progression right here on this one. Probably this deepest cross right here to this guy working all the way across to the far hash as well. So right there, could have been a big play. Alabama being aggressive with their blitz was able to speed everything up and make it where everything wasn't quite there. McCarthy has to fall on it, keep from getting a turnover.